Hey guys, hi YouTube. So today I'm coming at you guys because I wanted to share some tips to help you grow your hair longer. And I'm not saying my hair is long or anything and that it's perfect. I'm not an expert, but I've been through my shares of frustration when it comes to growing hair. And finally, I think I got it down, so I know what I need to do to basically keep it going and keep it healthy. So I'm going to share that with you guys today. Hopefully that helps. So yeah, many videos out there that you can watch as well. So the first thing you want to do is definitely research, and research includes learning about your hair, learning about products, learning about how hair works. Um, and this can be Googling, could be reading books, could be trying products to see what works for you and figuring out what is your issues with your hair. One of my two main issues is that I have uneven ends and that my hair is really dry. So I have to keep moisture in constantly, and I'm gonna have to be trimming ends until I get to where I want it to be. So those are my two main issues. So yeah, once you figure that out, you do your research, then you have to basically set a goal for yourself and you have to figure out how you're going to go about achieving that goal. So for example, I want my hair to my shoulder right now for 2013, and I want even ends. So and you have to realize that it's going to take a lot of work, just like everything else you want to do in life. It takes work. Growing hair is frustrating sometimes, and for some people, their hair grow a little bit faster than others, but it's frustrating and it takes time and patience. You can't just, sit there and hope your hair grows down to your butt, overnight. We definitely know that's not going to happen. But you have to put in the work. You have to say, hey, I want this, I have this goal, and I'm going to put in the work to make it happen. And that's what I've been doing. So yeah, that's the first thing. The next one is trimming your ends. A lot of people don't want to hear the thing about trimming your ends. Why is my camera always doing that? Trimming your ends. But it's really important because every time you get new growth, I'm relaxed. You're gonna have ends that are like messed up a little bit. You want to trim them so that every time you get growth, you can keep what you have. Because it's really sad to grow out your hair all the way down to your butt, for example, and then you have to trim out like a lot of ends. It's like, what was that all for? You lose a lot. And I really don't like to trim my hair, but I know it's definitely helped. I've trimmed several times and I've noticed it does make a difference. Okay, the next one is moisturize as you can, and this includes shampoos, conditioners, and all that stuff. Make sure they're moisturizing because moisture is something that, for example, my hair needs, and you gotta do everything you can to bring moisture back into it because when your hair is dry and brittle, it tends to break. So what's the point of having hair that just constantly breaks? And retaining length is another thing. Moisture and sealing is really perfect for retaining length, because one of the things I was doing wrong is never moisturizing and sealing. I would just kind of tie my hair in a ponytail and go to bed and not care too much about it. And I was always asking myself, why is it that my hair is this side, this length, this time, and then the next time around is shorter? Like I can never really keep it the same level. Now I've noticed that my hair is staying in, growing a little more at the length that I have it for. I don't lose as much, and that's one of the important things to do is keep moisture as much as you can. Whatever it takes to get your moisture in there, do it. Um, the next thing is protective styles. Figure out what works for you and use them. Basically, anything that you can do to limit how much your hair is exposed, use it. I know half wigs, weaves, and all that can also be bad for you depending on how you wear them. Some people are like, "Well, I wear a wig, so my hair is fine." You have to take care of your hair underneath. You can't just sit back and say, "I have a U part on. Who cares?" You have to put in the effort and make sure that everything underneath there is taken care of, moisturized, conditioned, all that great stuff. So, yeah, so that's definitely a protective style. Just find a good one that works for you and chain them up. You can do that. So U parts and half wigs are my two choices. I rarely braid my hair because I'm really scared about the edges thing. So yeah, that's protective style. Just invest in some good wigs, half wigs, U parts, whatever. Okay, the next one is growth aids. Basically, anything that can help you get your growth. I know there's vitamins. Castor oil is really good for thickening. They have um, moisture and sealing, definitely helps with retaining length. They have some oils, other oils that also help with growth. So basically anything that you can do, use, brushes that don't break out your hair, limit heat and all that stuff. Basically things that can basically help you get that growth that you want. Use it. Um, The next one is stretching a relaxer. This is really difficult for me because I try to go 2 months now every time. And I get to a point where I just want to go and get a relaxer and put on a relaxer. But the funny thing is, I rarely wear my hair warehouse. So I don't even know why I use relaxers. I'm like, what is the point? But you definitely want to stretch and basically give your hair a break from chemicals. I used to be the type of person that would relax my hair almost every month, and I paid for it. But now that I'm not doing that, I've noticed a big difference in my hair. And I also use the Just For Me texture softener, which is way milder for your hair than other chemical products out there. This is really, really mild. And sometimes your hair still has that Tex-Lax feeling when you're done with it, and I like that. So it's not like too much of the heat and burning and all that. So I love it. So definitely, yeah, stretch your relaxers. And yeah, I'm looking down because I have stuff on my phone. The next one is having things that help with growth, such as brushing with plastic combs, those white combs for detangling, having the sprays that take out the tangles, basic anything you can use to help get your growth, get your health. Use it and definitely, yeah. Okay, and the next one, last one I had is wear styles that don't put too much pressure on your hair. U parts are great, but you also have to be careful with, um, like mine. I have clip-ins, and I have to be careful not to pull them out too much. The half wigs are great, but they also have combs that can really, over time, make you lose the back of your hair, and the front sometimes. Weaves are good, but the leave outs, if you put too much on heat, can mess it up. So you definitely want to keep that in mind. And and rubber bands, for example, are not good for tying your ponytails and all that. They snag and can pull out your hair over time. Putting your ponytails in a certain way can make sure can make you lose your edges. Has too much tension. So you have to figure out what works and what doesn't put too much pressure on your hair. For me, it's just my U parts and half wigs, and that's really it. Braids, I'm thinking about. I really want some cute braid styles, but I'm nervous. I don't want to damage my ends, my edges, because last time I had my cornrows, like the front here got a little weaker, so I didn't really like that too much. So yeah, I'm just sharing some tips. I'm not an expert. Just want to share that with you guys and share with your tips as well down below, and let me know what are some things that you do that help out your journey or your growth and help out with health and all that. There's definitely a lot of videos on YouTube that you can watch that can help. So I'm just repeating some of the stuff maybe that other people have said. So I'll see you guys in the next video, and bye.